What an embarrassment. What an absolute embarrassment. Last night was further proof as to why people don't watch pretend basketball. Last night was further proof as to why people do not respect the WNBA.
This is a brutal reality check for the Chicago Sky. Angel Reese's meltdown isn't just about a cold shooting night. It's unraveling the team chemistry right in front of us. When your own teammate, Camila Cardoso, is literally backing away on the court like the ball is toxic, that's a red flag screaming for attention. Reese's 0 for 8 shooting and 0 points, despite 12 rebounds mostly from cleaning her own misses, shows she's lost rhythm and confidence. Worse, her refusal or inability to involve Cardoso, who was bought into the system and came with championship hopes, is tearing the team apart. Body language is everything here. Cardoso's slumped shoulders and physical distancing aren't just signs of frustration. They're a cry for change. The Sky aren't just losing games, they're losing trust, morale, and potentially a key piece in Camila. If this keeps up, the fallout could be huge. Is it time for the Sky to rethink their strategy? Because right now this breakdown isn't just about bad shots. It's about a broken locker room.
Angel Reese last night against the New York Liberty, one of the worst games she's played as a professional, takes that out on the referees. Camila Cardoso visibly upset, and all of this falls.
And you nailed it. Camila Cardoso's journey to the Sky was built on trust and big dreams. And now that trust is on shaky ground. Tyler Marsh sold her on a vision of a championship contender, a team where she'd be a cornerstone, dominating the paint and playing a crucial role. But what she's actually getting feels like a sidelined role in a mess of missed opportunities and chaos centered around Angel Reese's struggles. When a player like Camila starts questioning the plan, it's a massive warning sign. She didn't sign up to be an afterthought. She signed up to be a game changer. If the Sky continue to ignore her impact and let the team chemistry crumble, they risk not just losing games, but losing the core identity of their franchise. This isn't just a rough patch, it's a crossroads. Can the Sky recalibrate, refocus, and fix what's broken? Or is this a season spiraling into something much darker, a full-blown identity crisis that could set the franchise back years? The clock's ticking.
So a player for the Chicago Sky, and she's just answered a question that will have the entire Chicago Sky team or fan base turning up.
That's brutal. A 60-point differential through just 2 games? That's historic, but definitely not in a good way. When nearly 2/3 of the league's worst plus-minus ratings are coming from one team, it screams systemic issues, not just a few bad performances. Angel Reese being at the bottom of that list only adds fuel to the fire, especially since plus-minus reflects how the team performs when she's on the court. It's a glaring sign that the team's struggles aren't isolated. They're tied to how the Sky's playing as a whole, and how Reese fits, or doesn't fit, into that dynamic. This isn't just about stats. It's about morale, chemistry, and confidence sinking fast. The Sky need a serious reset, whether that's coaching adjustments, lineup changes, or rethinking roles. Because at this rate, history's not something they want to be part of.
The Chicago Sky are already imploding from within. Fans are turning on the team. Camila
Cardoso keeps pulling away, not just physically on the court, but emotionally too. It's like she's checked out, distancing herself from Reese every time she struggles. That body language speaks volumes. Frustration, disappointment, maybe even doubt. At this point, the Sky aren't just losing games, they're losing trust, between players and from fans. Angel's brand might be loud, but the numbers and chemistry say otherwise. The real question looming is whether the team can afford to wait for her to figure it out, or if a trade is the only way to stop the downward spiral before it ruins the entire season. What do you think? Stick it out with Reese and hope for a turnaround? Or pull the trigger and shake up the roster?
A jogadora mai promissora da Liga tirando você, which means the most promising player in the league, apart from you. And that is obviously what she was asked. This is what she said to that. This is what she answered to that.
You nailed it. The contrast couldn't be starker. Indiana's Fever are a blueprint for what team chemistry and leadership look like. Resilience, trust, and execution all firing on all cylinders. Meanwhile, the Sky are unraveling right before our eyes. Angel Reese's struggles aren't just individual misses. They're dragging the entire team down. When your star can't deliver, and your teammates mentally check out, it's a recipe for disaster. Camila Cardoso's distancing isn't just about frustration. It's a red flag that the team's identity and culture are cracking. The Fever are thriving because they're connected, unified, and everyone's playing their role. The Sky? Right now, it feels like they're a collection of players waiting for something, anything, to spark a turnaround. If Chicago wants to turn this around, they need more than just better shooting. They need to rebuild trust, reset the culture, and maybe rethink the roles on the team. Otherwise, this downward spiral could get a lot worse before it gets better. What do you think their next move should be?
Angel Reese failing to control her emotions. We saw it against the Indiana Fever. Yes, she got hard foul.
That's the heart of the problem right there. In a high-pressure league like the WNBA, leadership and intensity are everything. Camila's effort and frustration show she's fully invested, the kind of player teammates rally behind. Meanwhile, Angel's disconnect sends a dangerous message. If the supposed star isn't locked in mentally or physically, why should anyone else be? Trust in the locker room comes from consistent effort, accountability, and putting the team first. When a player's energy feels off or more about personal branding than basketball, it fractures that trust fast. Camila's silent but clear body language says she's done buying in, and that's a huge problem for Chicago. Ultimately, the team needs leaders who show up when it counts. If Angel can't shift gears and refocus, the Sky might have to consider hard decisions for the good of the team's culture and future. Do you think Angel can turn it around, or is this a lost cause?
This Angel Reese crash out over a loose ball foul call. What are we doing here? We are 2 games in, and we already have 2 separate games of Angel Reese failing to control her emotions. We saw
Absolutely brutal. Game 3 was the chance to flip the script, especially with the Sparks. Missing 2 key starters, basically a gift-wrapped win. But Angel Reese delivered a performance that's got everyone asking if she's even in the right headspace. Missing layups that should be automatic, giving away cheap fouls, and an air ball? That's more than just a rough night. It's a full breakdown. When your supposed go-to player looks this lost, it's not just about points on the board. It shakes the entire team's confidence and chemistry. The bench looks confused. The teammates look disengaged, and the coaching staff has to be questioning what's going on behind the scenes. The bigger question now, can the Sky actually turn this around while Angel's struggling this hard? Or are they staring down a season where the cracks only get wider? What do you think? Should they ride it out and hope she bounces back, or start thinking about a drastic shakeup?
Is 2 sides of the same coin. The Angel Reese fan base versus the Caitlin Crazies. Like, they are 2 sides of the same coin, but they're not going to be happy with this answer. So let's never forget.
Evan, you nailed it. That contrast between the brand Angel and the basketball Angel couldn't be starker right now. It's like her off-court confidence and social media swagger are running laps around what she's actually delivering on the hardwood. When defenders sag off and dare you to shoot, that's a sign you've lost the fear factor. And hustle? That's the one thing you can't fake. If you're not chasing loose balls or hustling back on defense, The whole team feels it. The mental side is huge here. If Reese looks checked out, her teammates pick up on that energy and start to doubt. Camila Cardoso's distancing isn't just a coincidence. It's a symptom of a locker room slowly losing faith. The fans' patience is running thin too. The hype was massive, but the WNBA is a league where consistent production always trumps flash. And with the Sky sitting at historic lows, time is running out fast. The big question is, will Angel be able to reset, refocus, and prove she's more than just a social media sensation? Or is this just the beginning of a longer fall? The Sky's entire season, maybe their identity, depends on that answer. That's straight-up reality right there. The Sky came in with big hopes, and instead it's looking like a slow-motion train wreck centered around Angel Reese's meltdown. The chemistry between her and Cardoso feels shattered, and when your own teammate is physically and emotionally distancing herself, that's a huge red flag. The tough part? The clock is ticking fast. Teams don't have time to babysit a star who's underperforming this badly, especially when the whole locker room vibe is crumbling. Trading Reese could shake things up, but it's a gamble too. Does the Sky want to blow it all up mid-season or try to ride out the storm and hope she finds her groove? Honestly, if she wants to save her career in the team's season, it's on her to stop playing for the gram and start playing for the scoreboard. Less posing, more proving. What's your gut? Can Angel flip the script and be the player the Sky need? Or is it time to cut bait and rebuild without her?